Good evening, sir and madam. I am Animesh Haldar. My seminar presentation is about the poetry where the mind is without fear. This poetry is written by Rabindranath Nath Tagore in the book named Gitanjali, for which he was awarded Nobel Prize. The poetry number is 30 from the book of Gitanjali. Now this I at first I'll read the poetry. Actually, the poetry tells about how we can reform our India, that is the best India that we can reform and where we can live. So it will be the ideal country where everyone is free. They have free about their thought, religion, caste, creed, etc., etc. Okay. So I am reading the poetry at first. Where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where the knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, where words come out from the depth of truth, where tireless striving stretches its arm towards perfection, where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sand of dead habit, where the mind is led forwarded by thee into ever-widening thought and action, into the heaven of freedom of my father, let my country awake. Now, I will explain line by line that I actually understood the inner meaning of that poetry. So the first line is that where the mind is without fear and the head is held high. And so here, the poet actually telling about the country, the ideal country where we can live should be there should be freedom of mind, expression, thought, education, religious practices, etc., etc. That is, when actually when the poetry was written, we were under British colonial rule. So obviously, this situation was not actually good, not perfect for the inhabitant of India at that time. Still today, we also don't have the freedom of mind, freedom of expression, thought, education, religion, practices, etc. Still, we are actually we are not totally free from doing this or that because still everything is not that free for us. So the ideal country about Rabindranath Tagore should be, it should be where freedom of mind, expression, thought, education, religions, all will be available there, and everybody can gain the basic needs of life. And if the freedom of expression, mind, thoughts are available there, obviously we can live freely without stooping in front of others, or not actually stooping in front of the government. Obviously then we can live with your head high. Then the line is where the knowledge is free. So knowledge is free and we can gain knowledge. I mean, according to Rabindranath, we can gain knowledge freely without paying any fees. And also the knowledge should be unbounded. That is, whatever we can want to learn, we can learn. There should be no burdens. There should be no boundaries. Maybe we can, if we want to know different type of religions, then we can book the religious book of of any religion like this. Obviously, also in our country, there is the scarcity of the women education. The women are not still there are few places where the women are not sent to the schools. They are not proper education for different I mean different for different religions. The women are not educated properly. They are not available to go they are not free to go schools, colleges, etc., etc. And also still the education is not free for us. For better education, we have to pay better payment such that we can get a better infrastructure, better teaching quality, etc., better teacher. So the education should be free and it should be available to everybody in our country. Where the world has not broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, where the words come out from the depth of truth. The world, Rabindranath's thought was that we are all brothers of each other. That is, a country or world is a place for universal brotherhood. That there should be no boundaries of countries, the boundaries of language, gender, class, creed, religion, race, etc., etc. Because these things actually stops us from being a world or global citizen. And these things, that is the discrimination of gender, there is separation of classes, creeds, religion, races, etc., etc., stops us from feeling united. So if we have to improve, we have to improve the Indian situation, we have to make a better country. Obviously we should not be broken up into fragments, into caste, creeds, religion, etc., etc. Rather, we are united, we are one single nation, and only our address and should be that we are Indians. Okay, and stably where the words come out from the depth of truth. So if in ideal India everything is free, there is freedom of speech, religion, caste, creed, there is education is available to all, obviously then we don't have to tell a lie. That is, our thought will be coming as truth from the our depth of our heart. So obviously we will search for the truth, we don't have to tell the lies. Where the tireless striving stretches its arms towards the perfection, and our aim, our motto always should be to make India a better place. There should be tireless striving, always struggle to better, become better, better and better. An example is in front of us. Japan was actually in the Second World War. Japan was totally devastated, but now you took there was tireless striving. There was always struggle. There is always try to be better and better. And now Japan is one of the most developed countries, and we respect all. So obviously, always you have to try to be better and better to make India a better a place like a heaven. While the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert stand of dead habit. Now the thinking should be always logical, always clear. That is, if we what we think, it should not be uh, illogical. So everything we will accept by logical thinking. If we do that by logical thinking and questioning, obviously we'll be totally ahead. We'll go forward and forward day by day. And that illogical thinking with the superstition, casteism, racism, religious practices, this prevent us to be a better citizen, and also it prevents India to be a better place, better country. Why the mind is led forwarded by thee into the ever-withering thought and action. So in that situation, if the education is available to all, the thought is clear, obviously uh, we always, the thought should be positive. Always we have to think positive, and thought should be clear cut. And not only thought, we have to convert that thought into action. That is, what we are thinking, we have to convert into action. We have to do this, not only thinking. So by that way we will improve day by day. Into the haven of freedom my father led my country away. So in the last lines, what the poet tried to say, that in my opinion the father of the country he addresses to be the citizens of India. Because in the history, if we look back, every revolution, every good work actually performed by the common people. So common people, if common people rises, if they were awakened in proper way, obviously they can do miracles. So these are the backbones, all the civilians, and obviously the father of the nation is nothing but, according to me, the people of India. And these people of India can convert India into heaven if they are awakened, if they are given such facilities, that's freedom, education, and if they are global citizen, obviously our country will be the heaven in the world, and in that heaven of the world we will rise in the morning. So that is the prayer of Rabindranath Tagore, maybe to the Almighty of God, but according to me, the God here actually the civilians, the citizens of our great country, India. Uh, so obviously we look, if we look back, all the thoughts is equally relevant today. They are equally relevant, and we have to overcome such problems are still there. We have to overcome such problems, and if you can overcome the problems, obviously we have advanced a lot, and we have to advance a lot still. So this is my opinion about this. So this is a very relevant thing, and the people, we have to rise. If the people are educated properly, if they are guided in the right way, right direction, if they are given the basic needs, if the government is doing all the good things that should be given to the people, obviously will be a world of heaven. Thank you so much.